Buffalo Bills 7, San Diego Chargers 40. Dan Fouts in command again. He threw for 261 yards and 3 touchdowns. The crunch match in the AFC West next week, the LA Raiders at the Denver Broncos. Seattle's future still lies in their own hands. In the last 2 weeks of the season, they meet both the Raiders and the Broncos. And that's it for tonight. If you entered Budweiser's Super Bowl competition in last week's TV Times, make sure you watch next week's program. We'll be drawing the 3 first prizes, 3 pairs of tickets to the Super Bowl. The latest Super Bowl betting makes Chicago the 5-4 favourites, despite this week's thrashing. The Dolphins are 5-1, the 49ers 6-1, and the Jets 9-1. If Don Shula keeps coming up with game plans like the one we've seen tonight, the Dolphins could be the best bet of all. Until next Sunday at 6, good night.
Why can't we be humble, like the good Lord say? He promised to exalt us, but no is the way. How men be so greedy when there's so much left? All things are God-given, and they all have been blessed. That's the way God planned it. That's the way God wants it to be. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the way, yeah. God planned it. That's the way God wants it to be. You gotta believe me. That's the way. That's the way God planned it. That's the way. That's the way to be. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's the way God planned it. That's the way God wants it to be.
A Channel 4 book giving details of this season's teams and fixtures has been compiled by Ken Thomas. Called the American Football Book 3, it's generally available in bookshops for £7.95. For the rules of the game, the Guide to American Football, also by Ken Thomas, is available for £2.99. Now, this week's basketball results for the Carlsberg National League Division 1. Bolton, 85, Birmingham, 101, Bracknell, 90, Solent, 88, Hemel, 105, Kingston, 107, Manchester Giants, 93, Tyneside, 85, Portsmouth, 104, Worthing, 80, Sunderland, 95, Manchester United, 112, Uxbridge, 102, Crystal Palace, 101. And basketball returns to Channel 4 for highlights of the Prudential Cup semi-finals and live coverage from the final, the first of those to be shown at 6 o'clock a week on Monday.
This Tuesday, James Franciscus stars in the trial of Chaplain Jensen, the true story of the only naval chaplain to have ever been court-martialed for adultery.
November 18th, my birthday, dual intercourse. December 26th, twice in May.
No, it's not true.
Was avoiding even meeting or talking, and did not have intercourse, nor in December. No, there was no, or at any time. Categorically deny.
So help you God?
So help me God.
The trial of Chaplain Jensen, this Tuesday at 9 on 4.
On ITV in a few minutes, Bruce Forsyth invites you to play your cards right. Here on 4, the work of political caricaturist David Lowe is celebrated in a documentary tracing his career from the early days of this century in New Zealand through to the heady days on Beaverbrook's London Evening Standard, when no establishment figure or political incompetent could expect to see misadventure pass unnoticed. Lowe is next.
There's an awful lot to read these days, but so little worth reading. I should know. That's why I read The Spectator every week. There's so much good writing on politics, the arts, people. I mean, just listen to this. The public career of H.G. Wells was like an Edwardian bicycling tour. A puffing, energetic progress, setting cats among pigeons in every direction. Then a majestic arrival, a triumphant glide down the boulevards. His private life was a terribly wobbly ride. Now, that's what I call good writing.
The Spectator. Good reading every Friday at 90p.
Papa? Voici John.
How do you do?
Enchanté. Évidemment, ce garçon parle mal, mais enfin, c'est tout de même dommage que ce soit un Anglais. Enfin, ma petite fille, c'est pas pour ça qu'on t'a envoyé faire tes études en Angleterre, non?
He likes you.
Oh, qu'est-ce que va dire ta mère quand elle va apprendre tout ça? Tu sais qu'elle avait d'autres vues sur toi, d'autres idées?
For you, sir.
Oh, le Plat d'Or. Oh, quelle bonne idée, mon garçon. Venez, je vais vous présenter à ma femme.
I knew you would persuade him.
Very good.
Les Français adorent le Plat d'Or.
This is Epson's new SQ2000. And as you can hear, it is indeed very quiet.
Happiness is a cigar called Hamlet, the mild cigar.
Hi, Mike. Katie, wave to Daddy. Are you sure you're feeding the cat?
From what we at Grundig already know, we can tell you that tomorrow's technology will be here sooner than you think. Find out how close we are. Phone 01 200 0200. Grundig, fast forward into the future.
Good job I was drinking Barbican.
He doesn't know it yet, but he's about to become the world's first time traveler.
This is nuts.
Back to when his mother was a teenager looking for love.
It's an absolute dream.
Whoa, this is heavy.
Back to when his father needed a little push.
I'm your density. It was a wonder I was even born.
Meet Marty McFly, the first kid ever to get into trouble before he was even born. Steven Spielberg presents a Robert Zemeckis film, Back to the Future.
Get back to a cinema near you. Check press for details.
This Wednesday, hear the National Theatre of Brent tell the greatest story ever told. See the splendors of Rome's legions, thrill to the love of a young couple.
Very pretty, Mary. Thank you very much.
Then follow them to their date with destiny.
Mary? Yes, Joseph? I know about the baby.
A biblical epic on a truly epic scale.
The Messiah!
Now on 4, a man whose caricatures and illustrations helped articulate the perceptions of a generation. Lowe.
In olden days, a glimpse of stalking was looked on as something shocking. Now heaven knows, anything goes. Good authors, too, who once knew better words, now only use four-letter words, writing prose. Anything goes. The world has gone bad today, and good's bad today, and black's white today, and day's night today, where most guys today, the women prize today, are just silly gigolos. So though
1919. The world of Cole Porter's Anything Goes. A world transformed by the Great War, which had swept away 4 empires and an era of unruffled certainties. The greatest empire had survived. But the victory parade of 1919 found a Britain only beginning to adjust to post-war realities. The cost of victory had been high, 12,000 million pounds, and 1 million dead. Would 1919 mark a new start? In Westminster, the first woman MP took her seat, but votes for all women was a battle still to be won. Men returned from the trenches to find jobs scarce, wages low. Strikes in 1919 were fought with troops and tanks. Into this still unshaped New Britain stepped a man who had traveled halfway around the globe to become, over the next 30 years, its most celebrated commentator.
Was this London, bleak, dark and uninviting? Our arrival in November in the middle of the big rail strike was a bad start. In the devil-take-the-hindmost rush to catch makeshift transport, I'd lost my baggage. Queues and overflow of the war filled the streets. As we cluttered through the fog along the embankment, sadness brooded. Winter was approaching. Later that first afternoon, I took a walk to buy a paper.
Read all about it, do cartoony sketches. Read all about it, do cartoony sketches.
12,000 miles away, another headline in the New Zealand Truth, more casually declared, "Made good. Dave Lowe lands in London."